Okay, so welcome everybody. Tonight we're going to talk about the problem of being busy all the time. So let's get started. Well, Vinicius, do you often feel like you have too much to do and not enough time?
Normally, yes. I work with TI, and every moment I think is have a lot of things to do. I need to help other peoples to resolve our problem, and I can I can help myself to resolve my problems. And I come to freeze, and I can't think in anything because I think have a lot of things to do. And I don't do anything because have a lot of things to do.
There's a name for that called procrastination, and I suffer with that, man. It's really hard to deal with it.
Yes, it's
But
so complicated.
yeah, but welcome to the team. Like we that work with IT it's really hard to be a normal person, I guess. I can see I can see that us because you work with IT and Walzen as well. Walzen is a developer. Are you a developer also? Vinicius, Vinicius, are you a developer?
I'm not. I'm trying to make me a developer. I
Ah,
study
okay.
to do a developer,
I
but now I work with it support.
IT support. So yeah. It's worst, I believe. I work with support, man. I understand why.
It's very
But
difficult because you don't work with only machines. You work with people, and people is very difficult to work.
but there's something more. We work with problems because if there's no problems, nobody will ask us our help. So
Yes,
yes, we work with problems. So we something like we got to the job like we got to our work on a Monday morning just to see which problems we have to solve, like something like that.
yes, I agree.
Wow. Well, thank you, Vinicius. What about you, Olsen? Do you often feel like you have too much to do and not enough time?
Nós estamos chovendo.
Walsen, Walsen, Vinicius. Vinicius, we have to help Walsen with his sound problem.
I try a new microphone.
No,
Oh,
it's not working. Go back to the other one, the other one.
now I listen.
Huh?
Now I
Huh?
listen, but
Yeah, but
it's very lower.
it's very poor your audio, like something like you are inside of a bathroom, something like that. You look like Silvio Santos, ma oi with this
Yes,
microphone. Thanks YouTube, we are live. Man, I believe this microphone will not work right now. Try the other one. Are you trying a new camera as well? Oh,
oh,
he he gave up.
you
Okay,
can
he asked
change
it.
her microphone.
Yeah, he asked it for a moment. Actually, I believe he is going to reboot his laptop or something like that.
Yes,
But man, yeah, sometimes it's really hard. Even when there's nothing I mean, nothing important happening or nothing like too serious happening. We are always anxious about.
Do you hear me
Uh,
now?
yes, yes.
yeah, now it seems that you are in the church, preaching the church.
Because it's a another computer. It's not my laptop. No, my
Understand? Do you
laptop
have
is formatting now.
Oh, okay.
this? Ah, okay. So we have some IT person working on your laptop. Yeah,
Well,
your audio is okay right now, but we can't see you.
yeah, I I I I participate with my microphone in my in my mouth.
Okay. All right, so
The camera don't work now. It's
camera
a
is not working.
problem. So
Okay, no problem. Don't worry, man. So, do you often feel like you have too much to do and not enough time?
no, yes, I since I became an adult person, this is a constance in my life. I never have a time to nothing. I never have a time to to make my personal things, and sometimes my my things of the day of my house is I don't have time to fix fix the shower, for example, fix the lights. I don't have time in anymore. When I was a child, I had all time of the world, but now I don't have time to nothing.
I apologize, I was talking on mute. You know what? There's a quote, a famous quote that says we need three things to be happy. Like we need time, we need money, and we need uh how can I forgot this word. Let me translate it.
Energy.
Energy. Yes. Adrian, you know that, right? So when we are young, we have energy, we have time, but we don't have money. When we are adults, we have money sometimes. We have energy, but we have no time. But when we got older, we have money, we have time, but we have no energy. Like we'll never have the three of them at the same time, man. This is really hard.
Yes.
Vinicius, do you mind to read the second question, to read and answer the second question to us?
Okay. What do you think are some reasons why people feel busy all the time? For me, it's about the a lot of information we have in time in na nossa década, and have a little bit of depressions of the society because uh, I think for me, I have 26 years old, and the society have a lot of pressures to I can conquistar, para que eu possa conquistar algumas coisas. Então, tipo, the society have talk with me. You need to buy a house. You need to buy a car. You need to make a graduation, and you need to have a lot of things because you go older and you you e aí você começa a desenvolver ansiedade, você começa a desenvolver algumas complicações em relação a isso por se comparar com a sociedade de forma geral, né? Como ela quer que você seja. And I think it's about of this. You don't have a focus in your things, and you have a nervous about the things you do or do you want to conquistar. And I think it's about that. And you, Alsen.
Well, in my case, I I feel busy all the time because first time I was married. This is when when I don't work. My wife don't be don't don't let me rest. For example, if she se ela me ver deitado, ela vem mesmo, vai caçando alguma coisa para eu fazer. and this is a very difficult, and the life, the life is a life is a running uh, because the work, the life, the, the society is very difficult, and because this we feeling busy all the time.
Well, I agree with both of you, and as you said, as you mentioned, Vinicius, we are living in an era of flooding of information. Like, of course, we are a reflection of our time. I mean, everything is focused on consumption, I believe, consumption to buy things, and you never have enough to live to be happy, and we are always comparing ourselves to the other people, and that situation drives us to anxiety, to procrastination, to a lot of illnesses, mental illnesses, and psychological problems. So it is really hard. I believe the biggest reason that white people feel busy all the time is like you said, we are living in a flooding information era. So it's really hard to stay in touch with everything that we have. Like there's a lot of information, a lot of useless information that maybe we can absorb or not, but we are exposed to that. So I believe it's really, really hard this time that we are living in. It's not hard because we have a lot of technology. I mean, technologies, medicine, like we are living in the best time regarding uh, science and technology, but at the same time, we are living the worst time regarding information and anxiety and all that stuff. So it's really hard to be to stay healthy nowadays. Walden, do you mind to read the third question to us?
Yeah.
Man,
How
I'm sorry, it seems that you are on a stage. You know, when you are on the church or when you are in a concert, we are listening to your microphone noise like but it's okay. We can hear you. Go ahead. Just
have a noise, my sound.
yeah, a little bit, but it's okay. It's
The
acceptable.
the sheet of the microphone.
There's no guarantee. Shopee,
Yeah.
there's no
Yeah.
guarantee. There's no
Uh,
warranty.
how does feeling busy affect your daily life? My daily life, well, affects because I'm first place all the weeks. I wait for weekend to sleep, to rest, to relax, to watching movies. But this is affect a lot of my life, my my weekend days, for example, and I always be I I always be fugiu a palavra aqui agora. I always cansado, eu esqueci que fugiu a palavra, como é que fala cansado aqui agora?
Exhausted or
Exhausted, I always
tired?
be exhausted.
Tired is normal, cansado, but when you are really tired, you are exhausted. Like,
Yeah,
oh man, I exhausted.
exhausted. My mind is very exhausted too, and uh, in weekdays, for example, I to go to the bed 9 p.m. Every day, for example, because I'm very tired during during weekday, and I this is very difficult to me. How about you, Vinicius?
I agree with you. Normally, I try to do my things or create the habit to change my life, but normally I try to do a lot of things, and at the end of the day, don't I don't get anything. I don't I don't anything done, and I try to change this because this impacted a lot of things in my life, uh, in social life and work life. And I try to organize my life because I try to learn English and I try to learn programming and I try to uh, get in a new career, uma nova carreira. And I think this is a complicated because I judge myself and I put me down. And normally I have a one thing I can do, but in my mind I can't do. I can't done the things. Mesmo eu sabendo, mesmo tendo ali como fazer, na minha cabeça ela fica, não, nem tenta, tipo, você não vai conseguir. As example, this is a immersion. Today have a lot of things to do in my work, and I think, oh, I very exhausted. I don't go participate to immersion. And em 5h45, assim, quase dando 6 horas, eu falei, oh, I don't go. I don't go do the immersion. But I stop. I think and I decide to do because we need to make a habit to change her life. And acho que aos poucos, né? Você vai se mudando, você vai melhorando as coisas, tipo, se organizando melhor. Não tô tipo, nossa, como ele é velho, mas eu acho que tá chegando uma idade que você começa a ter uma maturidade um pouco melhor em relação à organização do seu tempo, né? Acho que tô chegando um pouco mais nessa idade.
Actually, you're getting old. This is true, but this is a good thing. There's no any reason to stay like young, not young, but like thinking like a teenager. Not you. I believe you get my point. You
Yes.
are you are evolving, like you are developing yourself, and it's something really good when you say that you are overcoming your tiredness. Like this feeling that you have is our, I believe that it's our brain auto-sabotaging us. Like, oh man, I don't want to spend any energy, extra energy today. So, oh, we can quit, we can cancel the meeting. It's okay. But when we are working hard, when we are trying to overcome these kind of challenges, is really, really good because we are getting strong. At least a little bit more, but we are getting strong. Like today, maybe you will learn or maybe you will achieve a level today that you want in case you've skipped this immersion. So maybe you meet anyone, I don't know, you know what I mean? Something like we have to challenge ourselves and we have to overcome our brain and we have to win our brain difficulties because it is always trying to avoid energy spend, something like that. I believe I can make another immersion about it because it's a really good subject to talk about.
Yes, yes, and I agree with you because I try to challenge myself every day, and principalmente in immersion about the English, because I want to visit another countries. I want to visit Canada, I want to visit Australia, and I understand the English. I have a good listen, but I have a nervous feeling about to talk on other people's. And in immersion, I are more calm to talk. I don't have a large vocabulary. I don't have oh, you speak very good, but I try. I challenge myself to try every day, and this is good to me. And now I'm more calm in immersions. In the first immersion, I freeze. I can't talk. I have a very nervous. But today I'm feeling my more calm, and I can develop a conversation with other peoples. And for me, it's very good. For me, I like it. I have a good comprehensions. I não sei se é assim que se fala com uma boa compreensão.
Com- Actually, comprehension.
Comprehension.
Yeah, but
Me,
I believe you can use you have a good understanding about the you can understand very well like people speaking in English, I guess. So
yes,
you can say I have a very good understanding when I'm talking English. But man, you are here training. Like when it comes to the physics, like to doing exercises, working out on a gym, is not the just one time. It's not just once. You have to do it for the rest of your life. It's the
yes,
same. It's the same when you're learning a new language, and even with our own language, our native language, like we have to keep studying, reading Portuguese as well, because otherwise we will have like we will come make mistakes that maybe we won't if we have the like this training, regular training. But yes, you are evolving here. It's really good. It's really good because so maybe there's some word that I will speak here, or you or Walton or whatever anyone can speak here that I never heard, and I will start to thinking about, and I will, so it's really good. It's really good to try to overcome this kind of feelings we have, right?
right.
So let me see. We are on the third question only. Okay. Let me read the fourth question. Do you find it hard to relax when you have a lot of things to do? And I can answer that, and I say no. To me, it's really hard to relax at all. But let me see, let me see, let me see, let me see. Okay, actually, is I have a problem with that. Like I am always only relaxed if I am on the control of everything. Like if I'm working, is everything okay? All right. I am on the
One
control.
minute, 1 minute.
Okay. I will move to Vinicius. Something happened there. And well, Walls, what do you think about this question?
Well, for me, it's very difficult. For example, sometimes I go to sleep and I keep thinking about a bug that I have to solve, for example, and sometimes I even dream about it. I dream with the bug, or I dream with resolution of the bug, and I I wake up in the middle of the night, and I start to think about this problem, and I am very anxious, and this is very bad for me. For example. Uh, Tomorrow I have two job interviews in English, and
Wow,
I
props.
I have a lot of fear because this I have
Don't
an
worry, man.
interview 10 hours, the other 2 hours PM, There's and is this is I have a very anxious because there's two interviews. I will prepare for the interviews, but yeah, I'm very nervous because this.
I understand you. It's totally normal. But man, don't worry. I believe it will be fine, all right? Uh, only be you, only try to focus on your stuff, on try to express yourself. But man, I'm really happy about it because I remember we talked about this in the past, and it's really good that you took a step forward and you have two interviews tomorrow. So be be calm and do what you have to do, whatever you have to do, right? Vinicius, I turned off your camera. I don't know if you had an emergency, but feel free to let me.
I come back já. Já tô de volta. I go to open the door for my mom.
Ah, okay. So let me start your video again.
Thank you.
Oh, great. So Walden was answered the fourth question to us. I believe you haven't answered yet, right?
Yes, yeah. For me, it's hard to relax because I agree with you. I try to done the things to relax my mind, but when I quando eu consigo, quando eu consigo relaxar, I try to distract my mind with talk with my friends on Discord or try to play any games or read a manga or read some book to dispel my mind the work or the problem I have. And normally this works, but in the certain moments I don't can change my mind to the problem, and I don't sleep well. I don't eat well. It's very difficult because impact tem um grande impacto no meu dia a dia. Tipo, a carga de problemas, assim, ficar pensando muito neles é bem difícil.
Yeah, I mean, I understand you, and while you were describing yourself, I can identify myself in your it's it's something like there's a pattern, like we the three of us here, me, you, and Walls, we are feeling almost the same things, like anxiety. We can't relax. We are like Walden said, he go to sleep and it's something like he works all the night thinking about the bug, and when you realize it was a simple thing to resolve, to solve the next day, but you kept the entire night dreaming about, having nightmares about the problem you have to fix, or the problem that you may have. You sometimes I get anxious about the problems that could happen, you know. It didn't happen yet, but I'm thinking, oh man, what if this or that happens? Man, this
Yes,
is really hard. This is really hard.
I think about this correlation the money every day. The month is not the end, but I always let me think, oh, I need to save some money. I need to buy anything or I need to tipo, eu preciso organizar para fazer alguma coisa. Tipo, nem chegou o fim do mês, eu já tô antecipando a dor que vai vir.
But man, I believe it's not only regarding money, but it's regarding responsibility, right? I mean, when you are thinking about your job, about the problems that you couldn't solve, or when Walden is thinking about the bugs that he couldn't solve at the other day. So it's about responsibility, because we cannot just live as is and whatever. Doesn't doesn't matter, right? We are like responsible for the things that we are uh that we are acknowledged to do. So it's hard. My I mean my my hope is to relax a little bit more. So I'm trying to working out on the gym. I'm trying to read. I'm trying to study. I'm trying to distract my mind to have quality time with my wife and kid. But man, sometimes it's really hard. It's like how can I forgot how to say. Let me translate it. I need to translate it. I don't know. There's no translation to that. It's something like I am sharing my feelings with you right now, but I believe you share the same feelings, like being anxious, feel don't relax. It's really hard, man. It's really hard. Walden, would you mind to read the fifth question, I guess? Yes, the fifth question.
What what are some things you like to do? Take a break when you're busy. Well, in weekdays, for example, during my job time, I stopped to drink a big a big cup of coffee. I love coffee, and this is very delicious to me. And I drink coffee all the day, for example, and this is relax me a lot. And sometimes I I I eat about fruit and 2 times a week, for example, I go to the gym, make a physical exercise too. This is very good to me, and one time, almost time a week, and I to go walk with my daughter, and I walk 6 kilometers in one time a week, and I I
What?
I, I walk 3 kilometers and I run 3 kilometers.
It's something like I will walk until I will feel relaxed, like 12 kilometers.
It's very good. My city have a, a place with a lot of tree and birds, and it's very beautiful place to make it para fazer caminhadas. It's very good. It's relax a lot.
It's
It's
a
very
park.
good to me.
It's a park, right?
Yeah, this is one road and into between my city and school, uma escola agrícola fica pertinho da minha cidade, 3 quilômetros, and have a road with uma rua, ela é toda asfaltada e tem um passeio que é próprio para fazer caminhada durante esses 3 quilômetros. Muito bom.
I see. I can see here Instituto Tecnológico de Agropecuária de
Uhum.
Pitangui, EPAMI.
Isso, o Itaque, isso mesmo.
Oh, that's great. That's great. That's good. Actually, you live in a small city, right?
Yeah.
Pitangui.
Sometimes I see monkeys on the tree. Sometimes I see snakes on the ground.
Wow.
Oh.
Take care, man. Take care.
it's very, it's very good. It's very fun. I like it. I have a lot of people make it this way. It's very
Oh,
good.
this is great, man. This is awesome. What about you, Vinicius? What do you think? What do you do when you need to take a break?
Normally, I try to get out of the computer. I try to exercise me, to me alongar, tento me alongar. I try to do anything to eat. or I just talk with my friends um, about a lot of the the themes, and I try to disperse my mind uh, with game, with conversation, but I close all things about the work. In the no tempo que eu tenho assim para relaxar um pouco, eu tento fechar tudo do trabalho, tudo. Pra... But normally, some people call me on personal number, and I want to go work again. But I try to talk with my friends normally.
Yeah.
They work from home too, and we go to Discord, and I just talk.
It's funny when you've mentioned when I have some time to relax, like between midnight and 6 in the morning. And
Yes,
sometimes people call me, I have to get back to work.
yes, and yes, it's common because I go to the bed very late, 1 p.m., 2 p.m.
Really?
Yes, and
Wow.
I get up normally 7, 8 a.m. because
Man,
I don't, porque eu não consigo dormir, tipo, virou um costume. Mas é
you have to quit coffee. Quit coffee. Man, this is serious. You need to take rest.
yes, I agree.
Right now you may not feel the consequence about of sleep. I mean, sleep less. I believe it's not the sleep less or don't sleep the enough time that you have. But trust me, you need to sleep at least 7 hours a day. And when you go to the sleep like 1 p.m., 1 a.m. and wake up 7 a.m., you are sleeping. Hopefully 6 hours. No, 6 hours.
Yes, 6 hours.
If you go to the bed at 1 a.m. and like fall asleep instantaneously, which is
Yeah,
impossible.
but these hours is because eu chegava muito tarde da faculdade e acabei me acostumando. But
Um,
I try to get up more weak. No, tô tentando acordar
Early,
mais more
uh,
early to go to gym because exhausts my body and I can get rest more early, more early too. Eu tô
makes
tentando
sense.
tipo me cansar pra dormir mais cedo.
That makes sense. That makes sense. And you can imagine, like you are 26 years old. If you dedicate yourself, like sleeping a good amount of hours, exercise, working out, and studying, man, in 10 years you'll be 36 years old with a good physical, good mental development and a good level of knowledge. Man, don't don't subestimate 10 years because it runs really fast. And all of a sudden, oh man, I'm already 36. Like I am 33 already. It's something like it was yesterday that I was 23.
Yes, for me yesterday I have 20 15 years.
15, yeah. Yeah, man. Walden, what do you have to talk about it?
Yeah, I since I have 14 years and I always sleep early and wake up early. I wake up 6 a.m. Including Sundays, for example.
The
This
same.
is
This is
I
an
don't
habit.
I don't
I
I always wake up 6 a.m. and this is
I
normal.
got you. I got you. Even on Sundays,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
wake up 10 next 6 in the morning.
Yeah,
I
I am
understand you.
I'm a old man.
Me either. And Vinicius, you are on the way to become an older man. But there's no problem. That's okay.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
no,
It's very
there's
good.
not
It's
any
very good.
problem. Man, this is crazy. So I forgot which question we are. We are on the fifth, right? Oh,
The
let
six.
me. Okay, let me share with you guys something that I try to relax when you have to take a break. Actually, I try to walk even within my house here, but I try to walk. I try to leave my smartphone on the table, but it's really hard. It's really hard because we keep overthinking. We keep overthinking what we were engaged on, and it's not that easy. Not that easy. But okay. Let's jump to the 60th question. Have you ever felt stressed or overwhelmed because you had too many things to do? Yes. Today was an example. Oh, I'm sorry.
Every day,
I
every
was
day.
thinking out loud. I was thinking out loud. What about you, Vinicius? What?
No, I think it's every day. Acho que todo mundo, né? I think all the
Um,
people, because a sociedade hoje em dia pede muito, tipo, então eu acho que todo mundo tá sempre preocupado.
yeah. And you,
E this
Walden?
is a problem. E this is a problem.
Of course it is. Of course it is. And you, Walton,
Forever and ever and ever and ever.
until our last day, right?
This is my life. I'm a rest man. I'm a I'm a I'm a I'm a I'm a without sleep man.
Man, there's a Metallica song called Sad But True, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
That's
This is my
apply.
this is music is my life.
Really good, really good.
But
Man, let's jump to
another music of Metallica, the Sandman, Enter Sandman. The Sandman don't enter in my house, never.
Thanks God. All right. So, Walton, take advantage that our microphone. Oh, you close your microphone. But please read to us the 70th question.
Yeah, seven question. Do you think it's important to have free time in your day? Why or not? Yeah, free times is very important, and because I work in home office, is very good to me because I I I choose my free time in the day, and if I working presencial, não sei como fala presencial em inglês. This is very difficult, and home office is helped me a lot in this point, and is very important to me. And I try never work after the time of the 8 hours for a day. I try never work and never extra hour, for example. I don't like extra hour, never.
You always try to respect your shift, your daily
Yeah.
shift.
Mhm.
Great. This is good. This is good. Actually, I believe they can say to work in the office or home office.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
And you, Vinicius.
I agree with Elson because I work from my home too. And for me, graças a Deus, in my company, we have a time to focus. It's a moment of the you can stop to work in operation, to organize your ideas, to organize your projects. And I think it's very well because I can stop one moment, organize my things, and and these help me and help my company to make a health um ambiente mais saudável. And it's
Healthy
very important.
environment.
Yes, a health environment is very important to me, and I think it's very important to other people's with work with me. And I think it's that. And you, Leandro.
Well, of course, I think it's important, but it's easier to say that than to practice that. Like, it's something like we are always trying to fill up our routine with like avoiding to be idle, you know. Man, I don't remember a time that where when I spent like 10 minutes doing nothing. Doing nothing. Don't reading, don't watching TV, don't scrolling down my cell phone. I don't remember. We are always trying to do something. Like I would like to go to my living room and stay there like sitting, just thinking. It's really hard. It's really hard to face ourselves to be with our own company alone doing nothing. Have you ever thought about that? It's hard, right?
It's very
When
hard.
Vinicius, when was the last time that you make nothing, anything at all?
It's difficult. It's very difficult because all the time I have my cell phone in my hand and I watching anything or I read anything in my cell phone or I just scroll the Instagram. And when I have a moment, I watch the TV. It's
And
very
when
difficult
you
to remember.
and when you check your screen time on your smartphone, you spent 3 or 4 hours on Instagram, and you was like, what?
Yes,
You were like, what?
yes. In the past in the past I use a lot of time of my day to see movies or videos in Instagram, but now I can to control this. I eu tô conseguindo. Eu tô conseguindo, tô mexendo bem menos. Pelo relatório lá do celular, eu tô vendo que eu mexo bem menos. Mas eu ainda desbloqueio o celular umas 40 vezes por dia.
This is
Pra fazer
crazy, isn't it?
nada. Pra fazer nada.
Yes, it's an habit. It's an habit. Man, you
Yes.
can you can try to like when you broke your phone or when you lost your phone, man, it's crazy because you are feeling naked. Oh man, I'm without a phone. What I'm going to do? Let me use my computer to
Yes.
to access my social media.
Yes. And today
Something like that.
your life is in the cell phone, né? Tipo,
Yes.
the bank account, the
Bank information,
documents.
everything. We are slaves of the technology.
Yes.
Hey, people, welcome back. I hope you had a great conversation there. So, we were talking about anxiety, we were talking about nightmares, dreaming with our work problems, something like that. And so, I've just shared with you guys the survey URL, the survey link. So, please evaluate us there, and if there's something that you really don't like it, write down your thoughts about that. And I hope you had a good conversation here in the main room. We had a good conversation too. So if we have like 2 minutes. If you want to share any thoughts or any highlights from your conversation, please, the microphone is yours. Nothing?
I love
Prislane?
it. I love this conversation. It
It
was
was
a good conversation because I am an anxious person and sometimes I feel crazy when I need to do a lot of things.
all right.
So very,
Let's survey. I am anxious. Vinicius is anxious. You, Prislane, is anxious. Walden is anxious. Thiago and Priscilla. Okay,
yes,
so
Exactly.
everybody.
it's a standard. Everybody is anxious. Okay, this is the new normal. Let everybody die together. And this is really hard. This is really hard. But I hope you can have a good time tonight, and you can relax. You can leave all these things. It's not worth to be anxious nowadays. So let's try it out. I really appreciate your participation tonight, and I hope you can participate next week. All right?
All right.
Thank
Have a
you.
good
All
one.
right. Thank you,
Thank